Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for another lesson, lesson 2, with our wonderful teacher, Marla Lawson. Hey, Jeannie, thank you for joining us. Diana, Shane is in the house. Brenda, Elisa, I hope I'm saying that right. Monica and Patrick, everyone else who already said hi. Thank you, guys, not just for being here live, but for already making the live chat the friendly and fun place it can be. It's also, of course, an important place for our learning. So I recognize many of the names, brave folks who jumped in to the live chat last week, responding to Marla's questions, asking your own questions. I want to encourage you to do the same. And some other folks, I see you sitting back there quietly. Nothing wrong with that. Take your time, but why don't you try? Jump on in. Don't worry about getting the answers wrong. If you get the answers wrong, it's helpful for us all. We'll all do our best. We're allowed to make mistakes. The rest of the world, we all, we have to put on our professional hats. Here, we get to be beginners again. What a treat. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming to be a beginner in life again. This is how we keep our brains soft and mushy so that we can, keep learning our entire lives. So you're in the right place. All right. I just need to start the recording. Quick reminder for folks here live. Before I do that, if you run into any technical trouble, if you can't see Marla or if the audio cuts in and out, please don't leave that in the live chat below me, as it will distract from the learning. Instead, what I'd ask that you do is you can respond to any of the emails that I send you from LearnBridge Online. You'll reach me personally. Most of you will also see a support widget in the bottom left corner of the screen. You can click on that to reach me personally. But just wait a second, see if things smooth themselves out. This is the big thing. This fixes 95% of the problems that we encounter online. You guys are probably familiar with it. Just refresh the web page. Look for that circular arrow you'll see in the top right or left of your screen. Click on that, and the page will just refresh. Alternatively, you can just close the page and re-enter from the email that I sent you guys. For everything else, I'll be over at the support desk, keeping an eye out there. All right, let me start the recording, and then we will be ready to call up Marla. Okay, just looking here. I hope everyone's staying warm. We've had some cold, even snowy weather, but not the fun snow, the kind of snow that can't really pack into a snowball. Although my son keeps trying. I got a lot of there's snow clouds thrown my way the last couple days. All right, setting that up. Where are folks joining us from? That should be ready momentarily. Okay, here we go. As soon as I see, there we go. All right, we can welcome everybody watching by via the recording. Thank you guys for joining this class. This is lesson 2 in 2 free introductory lessons for how to play bridge. If you haven't watched lesson 1 yet, I'll be sure that those of you watching in the future, watching this recording, there's a link to that as well, so that you can return to lesson 1 if you like. Also, stick around. At the end of this lesson, we'll let you know possible next steps. We hope you want to keep going in this adventure of learning bridge. It can provide a lifetime of learning, of enjoyment, of challenge, of really keeping us sharp up here. We got to keep exercising this muscle. So stay tuned. For folks who are able and interested, we'll let you know how you can keep learning with Marla and what Marla has in store for us next week. We hope to see you there as well. All right. I think everything is good to go. Check. I see. Jeannie's joining us from Canada. We have Lynette from Florida, Toronto, Ontario, Los Angeles, all over. Thank you guys. North Carolina, I have family there. Monica, please say hi to them if you see them. Let's get to it, shall we? Where is Marla? All right, join me in welcoming her to the stage. A big, warm, virtual welcome. Hey, Marla.
Hello.
Are you staying warm? What's the weather like there?
It's a little chilly here, but it's not as bad as it was. I think it's going to get colder in the next couple of days. The lighting's not great here. I apologize. I'm in a hotel room in New York. I'm working in the New York office all week this week. So the Wi-Fi seems to be good, but thank goodness Bajir is here. So if it conks out, I'll just switch to my mobile hotspot, but bear with us. But so far, knock on wood, it's been okay.
All right, I will be here to help. I'll be behind the scenes, but Marla, if anything happens, I'll just hop back in. Tech things happen. We figure them out as they go.
Yeah.
But smooth sailing so far. So let's jump into it.
Okay.
Over to you.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I hope you all had fun last week. We're going to have more fun. And someone asked they weren't here and did they miss anything? A few things, but we'll start with a review. Where are... Oh, wait. First, I always forget to... I always forget to move my thing over. Thank you, Bajir. And once I click on the thing, I can't get the double arrows back. Here we go. So this is what we covered last week. The magic number is 13. Bridge is played with 52 cards, 4 suits. There are 13 cards in each suit. Every player is dealt 13 cards. So there's a total of 13 tricks in every hand of bridge. The highest card is the ace, king, queen, jack, 10. Those are the honors. Then the spot cards from the 9 down to the 2. And the object of the game is to take as many tricks as possible. You and your partner together. You are a team playing against another pair. Exactly 4 players. And so we looked at the first method of taking tricks is with high cards, with the honors. You have to follow suit. Everyone plays a card, so everyone plays a heart. The highest heart on the table wins the trick. And if you have the ace of hearts, that's the highest heart, you win with the ace. The second method of winning tricks is with length, with long cards. Because even if you have just a little 2 of hearts, but you're on lead and you play the 2 of hearts and it's the only heart left, that will win the trick. And we started looking at some underlying concepts, including unblocking, or play your honors from the short side first, because otherwise you could get stuck on the other side and not be able to get back to your long string of winners. And promoting winners, establishing tricks. Say you have the queen, jack, 10 of spades. Well, the ace and king of spades are higher. But if you force out the ace and the king, you have promoted at least one of your queen, jack, 10 into a winner. And if you have a long suit, you can establish length tricks by forcing out all the high cards from the opponents. Establishing a suit, yes, with length tricks. I got ahead of myself. We also talked about the concept of transportation and entries. It does you no good to have set up a nice long diamond suit if you don't have any way to get back to the long diamond suit. So you have to always be mindful of your transportation issues and keeping entries to your winners. So that's kind of what we covered. And we're going to look at some more examples of all of this fun stuff. Starting with Bestie Bridge, partials. Okay, can you all see my screen okay? Hopefully, yes. Okay, great. So the object of this position here is we have to take 2 tricks, and you can see everybody's hand, which you don't get to do in bridge. And so this is pretty straightforward. Shane can't see my screen. Is anyone else having trouble seeing my screen? Well, hopefully. Okay, most of you seem good. Okay, so we're starting from south, which is the box highlighted in yellow. And we got the ace of spades. We've got the king, queen of hearts. That looks like 2 tricks, right? Looks like 3 tricks. Oh, no, because West has the ace of hearts. So the king and queen are lovely, but neither one is high yet because the ace is out. So to promote the second heart in South's hand, we first have to force out the ace. And we have to do that first while we can get back to the queen of hearts with the ace of spades. See, because whatever trick is won, that person gets to play the first card to the next trick. So, for example, if we first decide, oh, well, we'll cash our ace, that's a winner. Remember, we're playing for both north and south hands. And now we'll force out the ace. Well, okay, your queen of hearts is high, but guess what? Since West won this trick with the ace of hearts, they're going to play a spade. And their 9 of spades is the only spade, and that wins the trick. So let's do it over and do it right. First, force out the ace of hearts. And now West has to play a spade. And we can win the ace of spades in the south hand. And now we start from where we won that trick, and we start with our good queen. And we did it. And here again, we have to win 2 tricks. And similarly, we have to force out the ace of hearts immediately so we can get back to the south hand with the ace of spades. Here's the wrinkle in this example. We have to use the correct honor to force out the ace. Because if we say, okay, well, we'll play the king first and force out the ace, well, actually, it'll still be okay. So now we'll win the ace, but we still have a second heart. If we didn't have a second heart, this could be a problem. So now we come up to the queen, and the queen has been promoted. And so there are our 2 tricks. Okay, I'm going to skip this one and go to this one. Okay, we have to win 3 tricks. And from both the north and the south hand, well, the king of spades is the highest spade, but West has the ace of hearts. But once the ace is out, we have king, queen, jack. So we can promote 2 heart tricks. So let's do that. First thing. Now you'll notice West didn't take their ace immediately. So we might as well win this trick with the king. But we want to keep our plan. I'm going to play the jack of hearts. Make sure you play a small one. So now your queen is still high. Now West has to win their ace, and they have to return a spade, which we can win with the king. And now our queen is good. But you aren't sure that East didn't have the ace. That's a good question, Tamara. Well, here we can see all 4 hands. So that's why this is like, everything is laid out for you to make sure you can see the concepts. But yes, exactly. When you're actually playing Hand of Bridge, you can't see the defender's hands. If you're the declarer, you only see your hand and the dummy on the table, which everybody sees. And you have to try to figure out who has the ace. That's coming. Okay. 3 tricks we have to win. We have 3 nice queens and a jack. Well, because we can see all 4 hands, we can see that the 2 minor suit queens, diamonds and clubs, are high cards. And we have queen, jack, and 10 together of spades. So once the ace and the king of spades are out, our third spade, our third high spade, should be a winner. So we have to lose the lead twice, once to the ace and once to the king. Now you can see here, West has the ace and East has the king. So one of them will win the first spade trick and the other one will win the second spade trick. But each of them has, as their other cards, a diamond and a club. And then they'll play a diamond or a club and we will win with our queen. So we might as well start by playing a small spade towards the 10. Queen, jack, 10 are all equivalent and the 10 is an honor, remember. Okay, so West won the ace. Oh, they're going to play another spade for us. Okay, fine. So East can take their king. Now we have all the queens, and all the queens are good. So this is trick number 2 and trick number 3. All right. See how this is all making sense, I hope? Okay, now we're going to get back to illustrating the idea of honors from the short side first, or unblocking. So we have to win 4 tricks. Well, the ace of diamonds is obviously a winner. And we're going to have to get 3 tricks from the spade suit. We have king, queen, jack, 10, but we have to force out the ace. And so there's actually 2 concepts here. Honors from the short side first. So North is shorter in spades because they have 2 of them, whereas South has 4. So that's the short side. And we want to first work on the queen in the shorthand. And when you're trying to force out a high card, it's usually preferable to play a small card towards the honor that you're hoping will win. So we're going to play a small card towards the queen. You can't always do this, but it's usually preferable. So see here now the queen won the trick. Well, we have to continue spades. Before we cash that ace of diamonds, we must force out the ace of spades. So play the last spade from the north hand. And king, jack, 10 are all equivalent because the queen was up there. Okay, so now West took their ace. The robots go a little fast sometimes. And they returned a diamond, which we will win with our nice ace. And now our 2 spades are good. And since North doesn't have any more spades, remember this is called discarding. You have to follow suit if you have a card in that suit. If you don't, you have to get rid of a different card. And there's our 4 tricks. All right. And here again, we have to win 4 tricks. Well, we've got the ace, queen, jack, 10 of spades, and the ace of hearts. So we want to force out the king of spades to promote the other spades. We can start with the ace. And North doesn't have any spades, so we are just going to be discarding. And I'm going to continue spades mercilessly until East takes their king. Now they've switched to a heart, which we're fine with because we have the ace of hearts. And now our last two spades have been promoted. Okay, one more example with a partial. We have to take 5 tricks. Well, we can look at the high cards. The ace, king of spades, and the queen of diamonds is high of all the cards that are in front of us. That's only 3 tricks. Where can we get more? We need 2 more. This is where length tricks come into play. So we have a total of 8 spades. So we're missing 5 because there's 13. When you're missing 5 cards in a suit, they will break 3-2 2/3 of the time. And we can see in front of us that they did break 3-2, meaning one defender has 3 and the other one has 2. So save that queen of diamonds. That's your entry. We're starting from south. We'll cash the ace and the king. And now we have to lose a spade. We will give up a trick. Let East win the spade. And now there aren't any more spades left except our 5 and 4. And when East has to play a diamond, we'll win with the queen. And our little baby spades are now winners because we're leading and you must follow suit. It's the highest trick in the suit led that wins. Okay, before I go on to the next segment here, are there any questions? Okay. Definitely feel free. Type in the box. Questions are wonderful. There's no harm in questions. I always have questions when I'm playing. Okay, so we're not going to talk about the auction for quite a while, the bidding, but in the corner box, you can see that the contract is to no trump, to NT. And as I touched upon last week, if the contract is at the 2 level, 2 + 6 = 8, you have to take 8 tricks. So where are we going to get tricks? Well, in no trump, we start by counting our immediate top winners. So it's not an 8 no trump. The contract is 2 no trump, but you have to take 8 tricks. And just as a quick review, there's 13 tricks in every hand. Half of 13 is 6.5. So the first 6 tricks kind of don't count. They call that book. And so your contract is how many tricks over 6 are you going to take? So 2 no trump, 2 tricks over 6, you're going to take 8 tricks. Does that make sense? So our top tricks here are the ace, king, queen of spades. Those are high cards. We can just take those immediately. And the ace, king of diamonds is 5. The hearts are nice, but we can't take any of them immediately because we don't have the ace. So we have 5 immediate tricks. We need 3 more. We need to establish 3 more. Well, where can we get 3 more tricks? Well, we can look at our long suits. We have a total of 7 cards each in clubs and diamonds. In clubs, we're missing both the ace and the king, and not only that, but the 10 and the 9. The club suit doesn't look too promising. So we'll file the club suit away for now. Now in diamonds, we have 7 cards, so there are 6 missing. If they split 3-3, the 4th diamond, that little baby 2, would set up as a winner. It's against the odds. While if you're missing 5 cards, they'll break 3-2 2/3 of the time. If you're mixing 6 cards, they will break 3-3, I think less than 1/3 of the time. So it's a possibility, but it's against the odds, and that only gets you 1 extra trick. But let's look at the hearts. We only have a total of 6 of them, but they're pretty nice. Excuse me. And once the ace is out, we'll have 3 additional heart winners because we have the king, queen, jack, 10. So we want to set up the hearts, and we have to do that while we still have stoppers in the other suits, meaning when they win the ace of hearts, they can't run away with one of the other suits. And we have to be mindful of our entries. We want to be able to get back to the long hearts in the north hand. So let's win this first trick in the south hand. And immediately attack hearts. See, yes, ideally you'd like to play low towards the honor, but honor's from the short side first, so we might as well just start with the king, and then the queen, and the defense is holding up. They'll have to take their ace eventually, but they're just waiting. And see, they can see that south's now out of hearts. So if we want to continue attacking hearts, we have to get transportation to the north hand. We have 2 entries to the north hand. We have the ace of spades and the king of diamonds. I might play the king of diamonds. One is as good as the other, but so now let's play the jack of hearts. Okay, now they're going to take their ace, and now south is out of hearts, so we have to discard something. And we should be careful about what we discard. We want to keep both spades because the queen is a winner and the ace is a winner, and we want the extra one to go back and forth. So we're not going to throw away a spade. And on the off chance that the diamonds do break, we might be able to get a bonus trick. So I'm not going to throw away a diamond either. I'll throw away a baby club. Okay, so now they are returning a diamond, and we can win with the ace. And let's count our tricks. We've taken 5. We have 3 more set up. We have the ace of spades, the queen of spades, and now the 10 of hearts is a winner. So we might as well try for an over trick. Everyone played twice to both rounds of diamonds. Let's see if they split 3-3 and play another diamond. We don't have anything to lose because we have some stoppers in the club suit if they attack clubs. Because see, now they're going to win the queen. Oh, but look, the queen and jack both fell. The suit broke. There it is. Okay, So now, again, let's be a little thoughtful about the order in which we cash our winners. I'm going to start with the ace of spades. This is why we needed to save the baby spade here. Now, don't forget to take your 10 of hearts that you worked so hard to set up. Don't throw away that diamond, because that's a trick too. So we'll throw away another club. Now we'll take North's baby spade to come to the queen in South. That's trick 8. That's all we needed. But we got lucky, and the 7 of diamonds also set up as a trick. So we get an over trick. Over tricks are nice in that sense. Greed in bridge is good, but only if you're not going to risk making your contract. And our contract was safe, so we could risk it by playing with the diamonds. Okay. Now the contract, we're not paying attention to the bidding, is 3 no trump. 3 plus 6 is 9. We have to take 9 tricks. What are our immediate winners? Any thoughts? With high cards, what can we take immediately? Well, 4 spades, because we have ace, king, queen, jack in the 2 hands combined. 2 hearts with the ace, king. And the ace, king of clubs. That's 8. So we need 1 more. And there are a couple of possibilities. So first, let's assess suit by suit. Spades. We said we have 4 winners. We can't take any more than 4 tricks in spades because we only have 4 spades in the long hand. And same with hearts. We have the top 2, and that's all we're getting. In diamonds, we're missing the ace and the king, but we have queen, jack, 10, 9. So once the ace and king are out, we could get 2 more diamond tricks. And the other option is clubs, because we have 8 clubs. We're missing 5. They'll split 3-2, 2/3 of the time. And the 4th club could be a winner. But we probably have to lose a club, as we did in the other example, in order to set up the 4th club. So basically we have to choose between the diamonds and the clubs. Here's an important distinction when you have 2 choices. In order to set up the diamonds, you have to lose the lead twice to the ace and the king. They have led the queen of hearts, which is going to knock out 1 of your heart stoppers. You'll only have 1 left. You can only afford to lose the lead once, because when you lose the lead the second time, you've only got 4 hearts in both hands. That means they have 9. They're going to run a whole bunch of hearts, and you're going to go down, down, down. So the first thing we need to do is work on the clubs. So we can win this trick with the king. And now let's play clubs and keep our fingers crossed. So we'll take the first 2 with the ace and the king. The jack and the 10 have fallen. And everyone followed twice. So the suit has broken 3-2. So our 4th club is going to be a trick. But we have to lose the 3rd club first. Excuse me. So now, as expected, they've switched to hearts. So, but we still have our ace. So win the ace. The 9 of clubs is good. And now don't touch the diamonds. We're going to take our spade tricks. We've taken 5 tricks. We need 4 more, and they're coming from spades. But so we don't block the suit, we must play the honors from the short side first, starting with south. Play the ace, then play the jack. Now, even though the 10 is a good one, overtake with the king in north, and your remaining spade in north is good. And there's your 9 tricks. I don't think we're getting any more. Because now they're going to play hearts. Oh, no, they're not. Now they'll play hard. But we took our 9 tricks. Okay. So now we're going to go to a different platform. Excuse me, I am still battling this cold. So I'll share a different screen. And now, well, let's see. I actually wanted to share the other one first, but we can do this one first. So this is Shark Bridge app. And we're going to play the whole hand. We are the declarer as south. Our partner north is the dummy. Everyone can see the dummy's hand. We can only see our hand and the dummy's hand. We cannot see the 2 defenders, east and west. Our contract is 3 no trump. So we have to take 9 tricks. What are our immediate winners? Well, we got the ace king of spades, and the ace king of hearts is 4, and the ace king queen of diamonds is 7. But we need 2 more. Now, you look at the diamonds and you think, well, the 4th diamond could set up if they break 3-2, or if the jack drops while you're playing the ace king queen. And that's true, and that's fabulous, but that's only 1 extra trick. And we need 2. Where else can we get 2 tricks? The 10 of diamonds isn't a sure trick until the jack falls. So other than diamonds, because from diamonds we can get 1 more trick, but we need 2 more. What about the clubs? We've got queen, jack, 10, 9. We have to set them up. We have to lose the lead twice, but we can afford to because we've got at least 2 stoppers in each of the other suits. So we'll win this trick and start to work on the clubs. And they'll play another spade. Now, yes, now we're a little concerned because we have to lose the lead again. And what if they play another spade? Oh, no. Well, and another one. Okay, we have to pitch. We don't want to get rid of the diamonds because we might get an extra trick there. But, and we're not going to get rid of the clubs that we worked so hard to set up. We can pitch 1 heart from each hand. And now they're out of spades. So now we're kind of home free. And we don't even really need the fourth diamond trick. Observe. We cash the ace of hearts and the king of hearts. Well, now we have to get rid of something. We know the 10 and 9 are good. Let's throw away the 8 of diamonds. We play the ace of diamonds and throw away the 10 because that's not necessarily high. The jack is still out. Now we cross down, bridge to the king and queen of diamonds. There's the jack. See, it took a while, but our 2 clubs are good. And there's our 9 tricks. So, as we can see, the diamonds did not break 3-2. They were 4-1. So the diamond suit would not set up. Okay. Oops. We're going to start with number 6 next. Now we're in 2-no trump, and we need to take 8 tricks. Well, right off the top, ace, king of spades, ace of clubs, ace, king of diamonds. Where can we get more? We need 3 more. Hearts. You seeing a pattern here? We're going to force out the ace of hearts, but we have to be very careful where we win trick 1, because we have to make sure we can get back to the hearts. So win this trick with the ace. Excuse me. See, they are holding up. Now observe, right? They still haven't taken their ace. And south is out of hearts. So if we didn't save that king of spades in the north hand, we would never get back to cash the 3rd heart. And it doesn't really matter what we pitch. Excuse me. From this hand, take your king. That's trick 4. We'll take the 10 of hearts. And we have 3 more in the south hand. The ace of clubs, ace of diamonds, and the king of diamonds. And that's all we're going to get on this one. But we took 8. That's all we needed to take. And they'll take all their tricks. Come on. Okay, fine. But we made our contract. Okay. 3-no trump again. What are our top tricks? Three spades, 1 heart, the ace, and the ace, king of diamonds. Well, that's 6. Where can we get 3 more? The clubs. Yeah, Marla. But, again, there's a wrinkle. Marla's been going on and on about honors from the short side first. You can't do that here. The ace of diamonds is your only entry back to the club suit if they hold up 3 times. So even though it's counterintuitive, based on everything I've been saying about blocking a suit, you have to win this one with the king. And immediately work on clubs while you have stoppers everywhere else. Just keep playing clubs till they take their ace. And now we have the ace of diamonds and our clubs are set up. 10. And we have to get rid of things up. See, that these are the last clubs, so even the 6 is good. And now we'll take our 3 spades. And the spades are not splitting. So the 8 of spades, oh, well, I guess they threw away their spades. But we didn't know they were going to do that before. And that's a 10th trick. We got an over trick. Okay. So, once again, we scored an extra trick. That's valuable when you start playing competitive bridge. Okay. Any thoughts? Any questions? I have some more examples. We got like 10 minutes left, so. No thoughts? No questions? Either that's a good sign that it's making sense or it's a bad sign that I've lost you all forever. Okay. Now let's do one more here. Hopefully this will still work. Okay. 3 no trump. And where are we going to get our tricks? Well, we've got the ace, king of hearts. That's 2. Ace of clubs is 3. And ace, king, queen of diamonds makes 6. This hand is what we call perfectly mirrored. We haven't really talked much about shape. I've talked about how the suits break. That's the shape of the suit. Is it, 5-3-3-2 when it breaks 3-2? The shape of your hand is the shape of the 4 suits. So each of these hands has a shape of 4-3-3-3. 4 cards in one suit, 3 cards, 3 cards, 3 cards, or 4-3-3. By the way, that is the most balanced shape there is. And the hands are mirrored because there is exactly the same number of cards in each suit in both hands. So you're not going to get any length tricks, is the point. Because no one suit has extra length. Well, I think we can see that we want to set up the spades. And here we have a couple of entries to the south hand. We have the king of hearts and the ace, king of diamonds. So it's not as important here where we win the first trick. And I'm going to keep playing spades until they take their ace. There it goes. And good question from Alex. Is balanced considered more or less preferable versus unbalanced? Generally, a 4-3-3 hand that's that balanced is not an advantage because you want long suits so you can take length tricks? But that's a very good question. Okay, they switch to a heart, which we can win with the king. And now our 2 spades are good. Okay, that gets us up to 5 tricks. And we've got the 3 diamonds for 6, 7, and 8. And the ace of clubs will be 9. And that's all we're going to get. But I won't bother playing the last 3 cards. This example is a little different. Still 3 no trump. Still need to take 9 tricks. So we have 3 spades, the ace, king, queen. The ace of hearts is 4. Ace of clubs is 5. And the ace, king, queen of diamonds is 6, 7, 8. Well, how are we going to get an extra trick here? It's not like we have a string of secondary winners and we just have to force out the ace. We're going to need a length trick. Now, we don't have any 5-card suits. I love 5-card suits. Great source of tricks. But we have 2 suits in which we have a total of 8 cards. The clubs and the diamonds. So if either one breaks 3-2, 2/3 of the time, the 4th card in that suit will set up. Does anyone have any thoughts on which of those suits we should attack? Yeah, probably diamonds, because we've got the top 3 diamonds. And the reason why, they started with the jack of hearts. They're forcing out our only heart stopper at trick 1. So we can't afford to lose the lead ever. So our only hope for making this hand is that the diamonds break 3-2 and we pull all of the opponent's diamonds with the ace, king, queen, and our 4th diamond sets up. So we might as well do it now. A good rule of thumb is, if the cards have to lie a certain way in order for you to make your contract, play as if they lay that way. And just hope for the best. All right, everyone followed once. Everyone followed twice. So the suit has broken 3-2. And we pulled all the high ones. And the last diamond is good. Okay, so now let's cash the spades. Honors from the short side first. So play a small one to the king. And then you cross back to the remaining 2 spades in the south hand. That's trick 8, and the ace of clubs is trick 9. And I don't think we're getting anything else. But I have one special treat for you. If you can see in the corner, the contract is 7 no trump. How many tricks do we have to take if it's a 7-level contract? Yep, all 13. 7 plus 6 is 13. We can't lose any tricks. Can it be done? What do you think? How many spade winners do we have? 2. And how many hearts? Ace, king, queen is 3. That gets us to 5. And how many clubs? Ace, just the ace and king. That gets us to 7. But diamonds are a girl's best friend. And for all the guys out there, diamonds are a guy's best friend here too. We've got 6 diamond tricks. So all we have to do is make sure we cash everything in the right order so nothing gets blocked. So they've started with a spade. We can win with either the ace or the king. Now, we can cash the king of spades, but what plan before you play the king? What are you going to throw away in the north hand? Which card will you not need? Which card will not correspond to a winner in one hand or the other? We want all 6 of our diamonds, because even though the 2 of diamonds looks small, but the 2 of diamonds will go under the king of diamonds in the south hand. And we need both of those clubs because we have to get one to bridge to the ace. Yeah, the 2 of hearts is not going to be useful to us. Okay, now before we all go on our merry way, all excited, unblock the queen of hearts. Great. The hearts did their work. Now we got the ace king up there. And we might as well now start on the diamonds. Honors from the short side first. So the king and the 10 is an honor. We'll cash that one next. And now we can cross over with our last diamond. And as we're throwing away cards from the south hand, what do we need to keep? The ace of clubs. You can basically throw away everything else, but hang on to that ace of clubs for dear life. And the 9 of diamonds is good. And the ace and king of hearts. And the king of clubs. And the ace of clubs. Ta-da! Congratulations on your second bridge lesson. You have just played the biggest contract available in bridge. 7-note trump. And that's all the examples that I have today. So, oh, come here. How do I get back? Bajir, bring me back. There I am. Okay. So, I hope you all had fun. And I hope it's starting to make some sense. And here comes Bajir.
Thank you so much, Marla. Fun to end today's lesson with the first 7-note trump hand.
Hopefully the first of many.
Yeah, first of many, we hope. They're always exciting to collect, especially in the wild. So keep your eye out for those. Now, Marla, I want to let folks know what they can do if they'd like to keep learning bridge with your beginner lessons, which will continue at this time every week. And I then also want to ask you what you have planned for us next week. So first, I'll let folks know if you came this far, if you watched the first 2 lessons, feeling inspired to keep going, we have you can become a member of Marla's online class, and I'll send you the link to that. For a little bit, there is free promotion for 2 more free trial weeks. So you become a member, you get 2 more weeks before you're even billed, and then hopefully you'll want to keep going too. But I'll send you all the information about that. We'd love you to keep going. Something I always like to ask, especially the new beginners, but even folks who have been playing for a while, why did you start learning bridge? What made you want to learn bridge? And Marla, I'm sure you've heard all the same things. To make friends, maybe a friend or a spouse recommended it. A lot of folks say for their, to exercise their brains, which can be a lifelong exercise for us. Whatever age you're at can be good for that. Of course, making friends in real life and online.
Yep.
So, Marla will get you to the point where you can go into any bridge club and you'll feel confident. You'll be able to play with strangers there, make new friends there. Of course, there's a lot of places you can play online, make friends there, in the class. And my favorite answer is just because it's fun. It's fun just to learn. The means just, justify themselves, especially when we get to learn with a wonderful teacher like Marla. So folks, stay tuned. Keep an eye on your inbox. I'll send information about that special promotion for you guys, and reach out to me with any questions. hello@learnbridgeonline.com. Marla, what can we look forward to next week?
Well, now you're all experts on taking tricks with high cards and long cards and setting up, establishing suits and everything else. There are more ways to take tricks. Sometimes that's not an option to set up a long suit. So we'll look at other ways of taking tricks next week. And then a little ways down the road, we'll start looking at trump suits. We've just been dealing with no trump because the card play aspect is so important. But when you have a trump suit, that's another way to take tricks.
Real fast, what does that mean, a trump suit?
A trump suit is, many people have heard the expression, oh, you trumped my ace. A trump suit is sort of it's like a wild card. Like if hearts is the trump suit,
yeah, then
for any trick, you must follow suit if you have it. But if you don't have the suit led and you have a trump card, a heart in my example right now, and you play the trump card, that will win the trick. It will even trump the ace of the suit led.
And how's the trump suit decided?
We'll get into that later.
Come on, guys, come on. We have so much in store for you. And Marla, I have to say, what a wonderful group, especially folks with us live. Thank you guys for being
you're asking great questions. And
great questions, responding
so friendly and fun. It's wonderful.
You did great. Please share these 2 free lessons with your friends. I mentioned last week, bridge is fun to learn for making friends. It's also really fun to learn with friends. You get to take what you learned in class and actually try putting it on the table with your friends. So please do help us get the word out. Really want to thank you all for your support, for joining us. There's lots of ways you could decide to spend your time. It's a wonderful game. So we hope these 2 lessons helped share a little bit of the joy that we and millions of others get from this fantastic game.
Yes.
Marla, thank you so much for
My
making
pleasure.
your time available, for sharing your expertise about this game. We had a lot of fun.
All right. I hope to see you all next week.
Thank you. Thank you, Marla. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.